I've not actually read any of these for a little bit, so I'm trying to remember where I was with Iron Man. We've been introduced to Pepper Potts and Happy Organ. They're kind of dating, kind of not dating. It's weird. We've seen Mandarin, Titanium Man, Radioactive Man. Was that him? I think that was him. And anyway, let's see where we are. That as well. Crisis at the Earth's core. They also redesigned, like, Pepper Potts is not the same as when they first introduced her. They redesigned her very, very quickly. She had freckles and stuff when she first appears. Oh, yeah, Happy suspects, doesn't he? Yeah, that's right. Happy's his chauffeur in this, not his bodyguard. Because he saves Happy's life. And to be honest, they don't really do a right lot. They pretty much do nothing. What is he doing? And Starks is pretty much his business is built upon government contracts. So there's a big line in it that if he loses his government contract, he essentially goes broke. And he's always nearly losing his contracts. Oh, so he's going to core. So there's only two people in core that he can meet. It'll either be Moleman, which I think it is in this one, or Tyrannus, because they're both still trapped at the center of the Earth. So he's going to get blamed for this, I guess, and I guess it's going to turn out to be Moleman. So I'm guessing these are Russian. That's new. That look more like a stool. So Hydra have been introduced, but they've also been disbanded. But there's rumours of them returning. There's a group called, well, they're just called them at this point here. And I think they're going to turn out to be Hydra again. Yes. So in Moleman's first appearance, he appears in his first appearance is Fantastic Four 1. Yes, and he uses an earthquake device to sink. I think in that is nuclear testing centers. So I'm guessing this is the same machine. Cyberman, yeah. It is. Actually, I bet there's probably a toy out there of Iron Man called Cyberman. And there's Moleman. And he's subterraneans, that's what they're called. That's what his minions are called. And Moleman. So he appears in Fantastic Four 1. We don't know his proper name, but basically he gets shunned by society because he's ugly. And he goes wandering the world. And he falls into a cave. And when he wakes up, he's blind. But somehow he suddenly knows martial arts and he can control the monsters and the subterraneans at the center of the earth. Somehow. I don't know how falling causes that, but it does apparently. And Iron Man's crushed. I don't understand that. Like, it's got a cover date of April 67, but it was released in February 67. Yeah, so when he first has his accident, and he creates his Iron Man suit, it is a big iron titanium suit. And then over, I don't know, the next 15 issues or something, he makes 3 different versions of it, and each one gets lighter and lighter and lighter. Because it, obviously in the film he has like an arc reactor, but in this it's like a full piece apparatus, and that keeps draining his battery. So it makes it more and more efficient. No, so like the circular arc thing is not an original thing. Oh yeah, I remember why that is. It's like literally, it's like he has an iron lung thing on him. And a key story thing for him is that if that basically runs out of power, he dies. So an easy way that the weaken him is just by having his battery run low. Oh, so Pepper and that's still down here. And because all stories... No, he's not installed anything against an EMP. Or at least not up to now. Because for some reason in this, the early things, everything has to have a love triangle. So Pepper loves Tony, Tony loves Pepper, but they can't tell each other. And Happy loves Pepper, and Pepper kind of uses Happy to make Tony jealous. It's really, really weird, and it's awful. With the exception of the Wasp and Sue Storm, like, women characters are really badly written. Like, really, really bad. And they're only written well in their superhero persona. Oh, alright, they are subterraneans. Yeah, so the circle that's on his chest, that's just a design at this point. Like, it has no... Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, it does, because he still has the chest blast. Although he never uses it. Like, it's amazing how many of these superheroes pull out a power from their ass and then forget that they have it. Yeah, this portrayed and seen as very weak and very dumb and only cared about shoes and hair and clothes. Still, they're portrayed a little bit better than, say, Asian people. Like, oh my god, or African people. Like you end up in jungle, they've ended up in jungles and stuff like that, and they are portrayed exactly how you think they were portrayed. Right in face. The artwork's starting to take a step up again as well. Or both, like, they're just in African garb, shields, spears. Like, Asian people are pretty much asleep with big pointy beards and. Yeah. But they're of the time, you know what I mean? So you've just got to accept that that's what it was like back then. And yeah, I think it's just the when you first see it and stuff like that, it's a little bit of a shock because it's like, wow, you can get away with that. So what happened to Happy then? Did Happy get out? Yeah, history's there to learn from, not to judge. Keeps saying that he's an Avenger, but technically he's on leave. What's chances that don't get received? Oh, hello. That's a new monster. Ah, it's a mechanical creature. Why? Because it can control normal creatures. Yeah, well, I hadn't read a comic till a couple of years ago. No, beginning of last year, sorry. And they are pretty fast paced. But these ones are like, so there's two stories in these comics. So in this one, in Tales of Suspense, it's Iron Man, and then it's Captain America. So I think they only have like 14 pages or something to tell the story that they're telling, which is why it's usually split up between issues. Whereas the next one's X-Men. And I think that's like 24, 25 pages. So they're a little bit slower paced because they get time to tell the story a bit better. Oh, I hate it when that happens. But I do think eventually, they all end up in like their own comic. Like Thor's just moved to his own comic. Right. But just making sure I haven't missed out. I think it depends. How can I put this? Who the writer at the time is. Because I think from my understanding is the artwork is different to the person that does the like the speech bubbles and stuff like that. But that also is somewhat interesting. Is seeing like the development of like the storytelling, like how it changes. And I think also because obviously that's how they tell the story. It has to be told in speech, really. So I think it's just their way of telling you what's happening. Oh, so they did get his message. He's gonna sabotage it. Oh yeah, he'll have to build a new factory. Or does he just use another one? The Return of the Melter. And he is, as the name suggests, he has the power to melt things, including Iron Man's armor. Oh, so Mimic's... So this is Mimic. So, I can't remember his name. What his proper name is. But basically, he has the powers to copy anybody that he feels near him. So if he's near somebody with a power, he can mimic that power. And they beat him. And I think he lost his memory. Or he lost his power. So I wonder how he gets... I'm sure he loses his power, which causes him to lose his memory. So I wonder how he gets it back. Yeah, it's very powerful. Because it's a while ago since I read it. I want to say it was something to do with his dad. I think his dad might have been ill. And his dad basically sets him up. So the redhead chick is Jean Grey, who becomes Phoenix later on, I believe. But in this, she's called Marvel. She's called Marvel Girl in this. So the X-Men team in this is Marvel Girl, which is Jean, Iceman, which is Warren, I think, or is that Angel? That might be Angel. There's Angel, Iceman, Cyclops, and Beast. But Beast isn't blue. Beast isn't a beast. He's just a guy with... I'm going to call gorilla tendencies. He's basically a human gorilla. But he has really strong agility. So he's quick and agile. And then you have Professor X, who is in a wheelchair. And he's paralyzed by a villain called Lucifer. That's how he gets paralyzed in this. And so love stories. They all fancy Jean. Do all the guys except Professor X. She loves Cyclops. Cyclops loves her, but he can't tell her and she can't tell him. It's another one of them. We have seen Magneto. So Magneto is there. Juggernaut is there. Toad, Mastermind, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver was part of the Brotherhood of Evil. They're now in the Avengers. Oh, Bobby. That's his name. Beast is Hank. And Cyclops is Scott. So it is Angel. Warren is Angel. like I say, just because it's a girl, everyone loves the girl, and it's just the way the girl characters are written. It's just awful. Okay, so we're not going to find out how he gets there. We're just going to start with him fighting. Yeah, it's bad. Like it's almost no one in the universe goes, "Oh, he's pretty. Carry on with the day." Oh, the Cerebro is also here, but it's like a radar on it in a desk. It's weird. How does he get his powers back? I thought he were going to become an X-Men then. I actually thought it was. I am so glad they redesigned Iceman as well. Because I'm not joking. In the original couple of issues, Iceman is a snowman. He's a snowman with a brush. It just looks so funny. I'm kind of glad that. For me, that's worse. I don't know. It's hard to say why. Yeah, it's. I get that they're trying to give the person like vulnerabilities and stuff like that. Saying that, I guess it depends how far they go with it. Like, do they go the where it's like, oh no, I'm ugly, and they're cutting themselves, and they're doing all that kind of shit, or is it just, oh no, go away, I'm not that cute? Yeah. So he is with the X-Men? Yeah, I'm confused now. Kublai Khan. Oh yeah, they went to Aztecs, didn't they? That's right. Yep. Okay, so Warren might not fly again. And they found a new mutant. I don't think he's meant to be that old. They don't actually tell you a lot of time the ages of them. They did tell you the X-Men, so. So Warren, I think's 19. Oh yeah, it just said a minute ago, didn't it? We're 19. And I think the others are like 20 or 21, with Scott being the oldest. But it hasn't put ages on anybody else. Like, I don't even think they've put an age on Spider-Man. He would just... Although... He's just started college. So what age do Americans go to college? And that's how old he will be. In that ballpark. Yeah. I'm hoping that they fix that. I've literally no idea. Because they're still in high school in America at like 18. I hope another explosion in a chemistry lab. Carl Rankin, that's his name. That's what his name was. And that's how he gets his memories back. Too often in the past, the puppet master has been the pawn of man of greater physical strength. Does he mean the proper puppet master, or is it just a turn of phrase? Because that kind of looks like Claire. Yeah, it is puppet master. So Puppet Master can control people with radioactive clay. So if he makes uses his clay and he makes a person out of it, he can control that person basically. He's used it to control like Neymar and the Thing, and he has used it against someone else, and I can't think of who it is. Yeah. He's also the stepfather to Alicia, who's dating the Thing in Fantastic Four. Oh, he's going to control Professor X. The Mad Thinker. Does the Mad Thinker still have the human android? Don't know. He's been missing for a little bit. They all look either small or massive. Like so Ant-Man at this point is now called, oh shit. Goliath. So Ant-Man's now Goliath, and he's supposed to be 12 feet tall. And he either sometimes looks like massive compared to other people, or it looks like just a bit bigger than him sometimes. And I have to say, Goliath is awful. Like, I hope they turn him back to Ant-Man quickly. Like, the good thing about Ant-Man was the fact that he could change size. But now they've turned him to Goliath, who's only 12, who's now 12 feet tall no matter what. He can't shrink, he can't grow. And he's just like this big docile thing. It's not interesting at all. Okay, so they're improving Cerebro. He does that a lot. Oh yeah, I know why. Can you tell us? Nope. Ah, he's going to Scarlet Witch. Oh, is this where they leave? Do they leave Avengers and is this where they become X-Men? Maybe not. So Hank and Bobby. I might have to try that one. Oh yeah, I can't pay today. I've got a hole in my pocket. Oh, Spider-Man's already got him. Oh yeah, he went through all training to be an Avenger, didn't he? And then he turned them down. Oh, shut up. So I think he is going to join the X-Men here. Okay, so what was Puppet Master controlling him when they were fighting earlier? Who's Xavier scared about? No, it can't. It can't be Puppet Master that he's scared of because he's not a mutant. So who's he scared of? Turn PlayStation on, Anna. Why don't he just let him leave? Because as soon as he leaves, he'll lose the powers of the X-Men, won't he? Because he can only have the powers while he's there, while he's around them. So we're now classing Puppet Master as a mutant. So is his powers combined with a Clay? I don't get that. I kind of say we're stupid. I think with some characters you can tell it's definitely planned. Where with others, you especially Thor and especially Hulk, you can definitely see them figuring those characters out as they went. Because literally, like the first 3 or 4 issues of Hulk, they change how his powers work in every issue. So to begin with, it's night and day, then it turns to light and dark, And then it turns to it's a machine that turns him into Hulk and back to Banner, and where in the ones that we're at now, they're kind of getting it round to where it's anger. They class it as blood pressure at minute, but it's pretty much the same thing. And with 4, because 4 has an alter ego that's called Don Blake, and so he transforms from Don Blake into 4 and back again. But then there's times where, like, the 2 separate people that don't know what each other's kind of doing, but then one knows what one's doing and one knows what it's like really, really bad. But since they've took 4 to Asgard, and he's kind of banished in that. He's not banished. Almost under house arrest in Asgard. He doesn't need to turn into Don Blake while he's there. They've kind of just killed Don Blake off, to be honest. Like, 4's now really good. And Hulk's getting actually really good as well. Even if they have, again, they've kind of done away with Banner for a little bit. He's pretty much Hulk most of the time now. Yeah. Where, like, Spider-Man's pretty much worked out from beginning. Fantastic Four, literally within like the first 2 or 3 issues, they've worked out their characters and then they go off. X-Men are pretty much the same from first issue to now. They haven't really deviated from them. So it seems like the ones that they launch in their own series, X-Men, Avengers, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, they seem to be worked out, but the ones that start in like Strange Tales, Journey to Mystery, or Tales of Suspense, they kind of play around with them a bit more. Like Ant-Man, Namor, Hulk, Thor. Doctor Strange is also one of them that they're playing around with a little bit. Oh, it's an android. Is he not just a golem? Damn you. Oh, we're nearly finished anyways. I thought this would be only an half-hour thing for this one. So is he now going to do irreparable harm to himself? And that's how Mimic becomes an X-Man. Oh, look at that. Puppet Master's escaped again. Wait, so we're going to end and we still don't know, is he an X-Men? Is he not an X-Men? Like, is he part of the team? Is he not part of the team? Let's have a look at cover. Oh, it must be, because there's Mimic now. And there is no Warren. So does Warren leave?